listening to the Voices of the Voiceless podcast with your hosts, Brad Shepard and Jonathan Fisher. I'm searching for love, Brad's searching for optimism, and we're both searching for good wrestling. Yeah, that's whatever. I mean, I don't really, none of what I say matters. You can never avoid the voices of the voiceless. Take on, freedom on, take on.
And welcome everybody to the 23rd edition of the Voices of the Voiceless podcast. I'm a happy man, as happy as a man can be. I'm John Fisher alongside Brad Shepard.
The always happy and optimistic Brad Shepard.
Well, that's a lie. If the entrance to our podcast taught you guys anything, it's that, well, I'm a happy mark this week. And it's about time. It's been a long time coming because, well, we'll get into that a little bit later. Brad knows why I'm so peppy. Oh, he knows, and he's giving in. He's giving in to the phenomena that is Becky Lynch. But like I said, that's going to be a little on later in the show. We have our What the Fuck Tweet of the Week. We're going to get into some Monday Night Raw and some Royal Rumble predictions. Oh, that Royal Rumble. I don't know what to do with myself. Do you? I can't even watch it live. I'm at work, so talk
Lucky
about
you.
Well, see, there's two matches that I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Becky Lynch and Charlotte because if their past has taught us anything, it's that they can have a great match if they're given enough time. So we'll see. It depends on the time they're allotted. If they're allotted 15 minutes, then boy, oh boy, I'm a happy guy. If they're given 5 minutes, then fucking who cares? And the last man standing match for the IC belt with Ambrose and Owens, that might steal the show, and that's not something they should be proud of.
Yeah, we'll see. It should be very interesting. But yeah, let's go ahead with our What the Fuck Tweet of the Week. Maestro, hit the music.
All right. Well, I don't know what you have planned. I hope it's not a tweet from me. I'm hoping. Is it a tweet from me?
It's not a tweet from you now.
Good. I'm glad. Then, yeah. What is it? I would like to hear it now.
You would like to hear it now. The people demand to hear it now, and you know me. I give the people what they want.
Always.
So, always. With that being said, our What the Fuck Tweet of the Week is brought to you by Josh Brittle, a.k.a. Big Action Bronson, a.k.a. Josh, winner of Tough Enough.
Wait. I have something really good to... Hold on. If there seriously is... It's coming. Give it a second.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, he's a jackass. Okay,
A little bit.
so Josh tweets out, "Yep, I like it. Hashtag social jobbers," and he's referring to the social outcasts. He made that tweet during Raw. Not this brightest move. Obviously, it went around like wildfire. Kevin Owens tweeted back to him with, "Look at the veteran here with the big fancy insider terms." Owens blocked him on Twitter and tweeted that he blocked him, and it felt great. Josh tweeted a screenshot of Owens having him blocked with LOL, and then tweeted, "Why so soft? Tweets are powerful." Again, not the brightest move.
Then that wasn't the only WWE wrestler to comment on Josh's tweet about the social jobbers.
Definitely not. Owens went on to bash him with fans on Twitter. Bull Dempsey jumped in. Stardust called him a dick and banned him from changing in the locker room if he ever made it to the main roster.
Can you read the tweet verbatim? Because I think Stardust tweets the best.
You can read it verbatim. I'm not. We could talk. Look, we could talk about this all night.
I think I'm pretty sure it went along the lines of get used to changing in the hallway, dick.
Yes. Yeah.
Curtis Axel called him a douche.
Every one of the social outcasts responded with a tweet.
Please tell me you read Adam Rose's second reply.
I believe I did. I retweeted all of them.
So did I. All right, I gotta read it to the people.
But while you're looking for that, I mean, he, if you've been living under a wrestling rock, you haven't heard of this. Otherwise, it's not, news per se. So, but it's created a ton of backstage heat for Josh. The guy hasn't even wrestled a match in WWE yet. He actually just had his first promo on a house show the other night, like over the weekend.
Did he really?
Yep.
At NXT?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
NXT house show. And then he turns around on Raw and pulls this boner. And then instead of just like kind of, apologizing, moving, he kept going with the banter, and he just, pissed off the veterans. And, it's a pecking order in wrestling, and it's very political. And, these guys, he's right. They're jobbers, but it's not appropriate for him, their coworker, to be saying that. I mean, he's, some new guy, and he could only wish to be in their position right now. It's just not very appropriate for him to be tweeting. He does have to be smarter than that.
Seriously, what a dummy. I mean, honestly, it's just as easy as an NFL player to tweet about his owner being I shouldn't say that. Like a rookie. Okay, Johnny Manziel. It's a perfect example. If Johnny Manziel was tweeting about, I don't know, his predecessor or his successor, he is the successor to Brett Favre. There, hypothetical. So he's tweeting about Favre being like a dipshit or something, and okay, you just don't do that. And okay, I'm on SEScoops.com, which you should all go to, by the way.
Because he writes for them now.
Because I do write for them. And Stardust tweet, it was, enjoy dressing in the hall, dick, not blocked band. Curtis Axel says, haha, who is this douche? Cold tweet, delete, punk ass. And then Owens, you didn't read this one. He says, let him LOL. People like him fizzle out by themselves pretty quick anyway. Oh. As far as Bull Dempsey goes, Bull Dempsey replied to Kevin Owens' first tweet and said, Kev, the kid has to get a reaction somehow. Might as well be by words because we know it'll never be in the ring. And then Bronson goes, not hopping in and not fair weather. Spent 3 months in class with you and always stood up for you when zero did. This was Bull Dempsey to Bronson.
And just to go into that, like, okay, Josh isn't very well liked to begin with, and there's probably a lot of reasons for that. But he already, he was already not very well liked to begin with.
Well, no, he was being an idiot. And why? Where does he get off? I wish I would have been a fly on the wall whenever William Regal was talking to Josh at the Performance Center. Wouldn't you? I think that would be just the most interesting conversation.
That would be compelling network content.
Yeah. Oh my Lord! Talk about a one-sided conversation. You have Regal. Well, Josh, let me tell you, and then he's going into what the fuck he did wrong, and then Josh's like, "Oh, well, I was trying to be funny, like a big dickhead." And God bless Dusty Rhodes. I wish he was still alive to see this unfold. And and Dusty always called it as it was. He would have ripped into him like a drill instructor. Well, don't you agree?
Yeah, I'm sure he's getting in a major way Already has. I mean, there's no question. He's on the shit list, and he's now going to have a long uphill climb just to get anywhere because he's got a lot of guys against him now. I mean, he did begin with anyway. Like, there's some natural jealousy because of the contract, and he didn't pay his dues to get there. But there's some other stuff too. I don't know if you knew this, but before he even was on Tough Enough, he had posted a lot of homophobic stuff on social media.
I saw that. Yes.
And then he had a thing last weekend before this where there was pictures of him on a Snapchat story that Paige was sending out where he was grinding with some girl. You know, he's got a girlfriend he lives with, last I was aware of, with a daughter. So there's just, he's got to make smart decisions. He's young, he's new, and he's got to make smart decisions.
He does. And by the way, so this Adam Rose tweet, I can't find it. I think he deleted it because it was really, really, really harsh in a good way. He said it was like #respect. Took me 10 years to get here, 5 years in developmental just to get to the main roster while my kid was dying at home. Like talk about sending a message. That tweet that Rose sent out gave me like chills when I read that, because it's true. It was on the E60 special. His kid was dying at home where he's from. Meanwhile, he's trying to make a living for his kid for a better future. If the kid had a future, thank God that he did. But you get where I'm coming from. It's just those things.
Yeah, and to give you a scoop here on the Social Outcast, which I told you before the show I was going to do.
Yes.
And I can't reveal my source, obviously, but I can tell you for a fact that the Social Outcast group was actually pitched in NXT to be done NXT with NXT guys. It was an idea pitched by Sawyer Fulton of NXT, and he had suggested a few other guys that would be in the group with them. Management liked his idea and stole it and used it for the main roster instead.
Oh.
And I'm sure you can imagine how he feels. I'm told that happens a lot, those kind of things, and from what I understand, he's very pissed.
I would be too.
Yeah.
I mean, to people that are in the corporate world, you have a big pitch to your boss, and this happened to my own father. He worked in insurance, had a hell of an idea, pitched it to the CEO, and he liked it. It tried to come to fruition. A few years later, he used the same idea, that CEO, to somebody else. So shit like that happens. It's also pro wrestling. So let's get used to the atmosphere. I mean, at least try to. A couple other pieces of news. Daniel Bryan, albeit will be in Pittsburgh for an event that he's filling in for Seth Rollins. Doesn't mean he's not going to be visiting Dr. James Maroon at UPMC in Pittsburgh. So unless Bryan tweets something, for all we know, he could be visiting Dr. Maroon, trying to get cleared. Because he's in Pittsburgh. Why the hell wouldn't you do that? From where they're going to be and where UPMC is, where Maroon's office is, it's a 5-minute drive. All right? He probably still is. But Meltz, to the rescue, said that he's not. But you don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it? Yeah?
That's it.
All right. AJ Styles, according to Brad's website, is reported to be in the Royal Rumble and on Raw the following night and on SmackDown. So talk about a full course load for a brand new guy that they've never had in the company before, which Brad, I have to ask you this. Coming from the same report, PW Insider, there were reports of potential vignettes to be displayed for AJ Styles because Vince thinks that no one's going to know who he is because he's never been in WWE before. Now, I understand Vince is his blinders are on because he's successful, billionaire, whatever. Well, how the fuck do you not know who AJ Styles is? I mean, I hope that's just a false rumor, but you kid really? I mean,
no, I think he's mostly right. You have to look at it this way, okay? And by the way, let me just say, preface this: they can get him over in 3 weeks with vignettes, so it's not even a big deal. It can work if they want it to. Um, but anyway, you've got a smaller portion of the audience that is your real hardcore fan that follows a lot of outside of WWE. So what I like to say is there's really two types of wrestling fans. Okay, there's a professional wrestling fan like me who watches all kinds of wrestling, including but not limited to WWE, and knows a lot about the other stuff. And then you've got the WWE fan. They're WWE marks. That's what they think wrestling is. There's no other place. Blah, blah, blah. It's really two types. So for the WWE fan, who may be a child, it may be a mother, it may be a family, they aren't going to be very familiar with AJ Styles, if at all. The smart fan or the fan who's a fan of pro wrestling in general, they're going to be very familiar with AJ Styles. And on a pay-per-view, especially like a Rumble, and especially in the right city, they're going to be familiar with AJ Styles. Are some people not going to be? Sure. But some people are going to be familiar with them. But again, I mean, they could literally do 3 weeks of 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever, of promotional stuff, vignettes, whatever you want to call it, and get him over anyway. It's not going to be a problem if that's what they want to do.
No, that's very true, but there are 3 pay-per-views in which marks attend. Or I should say professional wrestling fans attend. They attend 4 actually. In order: SummerSlam, the Rumble, Mania, the Raw after Mania. You can get away with professional wrestling at those 4 shows because that's when the wrestling fans come. The WWE fans, and that's not derogatory by any means, they're the ones that are going to be at Raw in Columbus on Monday night that were glorified pieces of asshole. And my friends I have a couple friends that were there. I always have your back, but what am I trying to say? Fucking shit. It's been a long day. The biggest proportion of those fans were kids with their parents who don't give a damn. They just want to see their kids happy. The kids only know Cena, Reigns, and Ambrose, and then the big guys. So they're not going to know. A different angle. So John Cena posted a picture on an Instagram today, and his Instagram is actually really awesome. If you have Instagram, random ass pictures at random times. There's no explanation, no caption, just a picture. It was a picture of AJ Styles today. For those who don't know, and WWE.com, of course, mentioned it, and this is what they had to say. Cena is known for posting off-kilter pictures on his Instagram, the significance of which isn't always apparent, but does the C Nation leader know something we don't in this instance? Could this mean the rumors of AJ Styles heading to WWE are true, or is Cena just fanning the flames? Feel free to speculate in the comments below. Well, Brad, let's speculate.
There's nothing to speculate. I mean, he's if he hasn't signed, he's going to. It's a done deal. I mean, it's a done deal. I mean, that's all there is to it. Yeah.
Well, okay. So Austin Aries, a couple more pieces of news. This is and a fun fact. So this piece of news, Austin Aries is reportedly going to get a WWE medical procedure training to possibly come into the company. Brad?
Yeah, he's got to go through the physical in Pittsburgh there, which, all the talents have to get medically cleared to compete and all that good stuff. So, yeah, if he passes that, then he's signed, he's in.
And I put on Twitter, is he NXT bound or main roster bound? I threw him in NXT and let him run wild like Samoa Joe. Just the possibilities are endless over there.
I think he's NXT bound.
Good. That's exactly where I want him. And last piece of news, Tyler Breeze backstage heat with officials. Now, that was reported last week, but it was never known why. PW Insider also commented on it and said they were upset that Breeze asked to do this, which was leave a recent TV taping early. And now he has heat that they feel he is disrespecting the business, having only just got on the main roster. Meltzer reported that they were never high on him anyway, even though Triple H saw him as a top heel. thus proving Vince's, and I don't mean this critically, Vince's arrogance and impatience to try to push new people. I've been bitching about possibly having them do a brand split. Well, you know what? If not going to push anybody, then fuck the brand split because it would never work.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree. No, Vince was never high on him. Triple H thought he could be like another Dolph Ziggler type, that level. But he's small. Tyler Breeze is a small wrestler. He's a smaller wrestler, and he's got a mid-card gimmick, but it doesn't mean he can't do well and be successful, and doesn't mean he's not above jobber status. I think he is, but Vince never saw that, and Vince gave him a real short amount of time and threw a bunch of stuff at him. It was like, he got paired with Summer Rae, and then he's not with Summer Rae, and he's doing this, he's doing that. They took away the selfie stick. I mean, it was just, the guy's, he's done. He's done.
So what? And the Ascension, top heels. All right, this isn't the podcast to bitch about that. We can do that another time in Bitch Sesh 2016. So in an update to last week, I did not go on that date, Brad. So there's your answer. And I'm okay. I cried for about 3 days. I'm fine. But yeah, for people that were wondering, that's what happened. I can't answer why. Well, she told me, but that's personal. But I think she was intimidated by my masculinity and my sweaters. I have a profile picture of me in a sweater. Just saying. But
that could be the reason you're not getting a lot of hits.
Well, in more ways than one, my friend. In more ways than one. But good news. Well, there's some good news in the world of wrestling today. I'd like to say this to Jonathan Coachman, who once said that if you never have taken a bump, then you can't talk about wrestling. Well, fuck you, motherfucker. I took a bump today. What? What's with the drum roll? I just said it.
Well, that was very anticlimactic.
Wasn't it, though? All right, before Brad ruined it, I did take a bump today. I did run the ropes, so fuck you. I can talk about wrestling now.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hey, you can't. You can not only talk about it, you're practically an expert.
Okay, let's not go too far. Let's not go too far. But yeah, so if things work out the way they want to, I will be commentating PWX, the Pro Wrestling Express, in Pittsburgh, formerly known as NWA East. They've been around for 21 years. Home of Corey Graves. And yeah.
And isn't Samoa Joe or the Usos brothers the champion there?
Lance Inoa is the PWX heavyweight champion. Precisely.
Yeah, so it's a well-known thing. Do they have TV? What do they got?
From what I know, and like I said, I'm still new to all of this, they are on an app. And you know what? I can look it up right now. That's PW Insider. I don't want to go there. Screw you! I'm kidding. I like PW Insider. Mike Johnson's a nice dude. While it loads up here, I know they were doing some website maintenance today. They're on a wrestling app, an indie wrestling app. I don't know what it is, but they are on a Roku. If you have Verizon Fios in the Pittsburgh area, they have a channel. They have shows. Oh, here it is. So Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on Weeba. That's the Verizon Fios channel in the area, or on pwxtv.com, or on Roku channel Indie Wrestling. So there we go. They usually have shows every other Saturday, sometimes once every 3 Saturdays. And their next show is actually let me double check to make sure I don't fuck it up. I might not be on this one, but their next show. This is really slow. Well, let's do some math. I'll save everyone the fucking time. January 30th. January 30th, and it should air the following Tuesday at 8 p.m. So there we are.
Very nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's it's a big deal.
Yeah. I'm one of the more humble people on the planet. I don't give myself any credit, but that's a good way to be sometimes. Yeah, the head trainer and the owner liked my voice, and I don't know why. Girls don't even like it, and big things might be coming.
Big things might be coming.
Yeah, unfortunately, not the way I want them to in my personal life. All right, so on to Raw.
I don't think anything's coming in your personal life.
Well, you know what? They would if I just set my standards to like the lowest possible point.
Well, that's what you have to do. You can't start out with a convertible. You have to start out with like a little Pinto or
Okay, yeah. Trust me, I've dated ugly bitches before. Let's not like totally stray away from that. I've had my fair share of ugly assholes, but like I'm looking for the good ones now. Is that a fair analogy? I don't think that's very accurate, or at least appropriate. Either way, I love all women. They're fantastic people, albeit they're crazy. Monday Night Raw. Dear God, Monday Night Raw. Okay. So we're doing the hit or miss thing like we always do, and let's start off on a great note. Vince and Stephanie revealing Roman Reigns as the number one entry in the Royal Rumble. All right, Brad, please, just please.
This was a miss for me.
Well, let's talk about Vince is on the cover of Muscle and fucking Fitness, and he can't open a plastic ball. What was that about? Was it like his gimmick or what?
Okay. Well, it's the funny thing is nobody knew. It was so weird that nobody knew what to think. I've got the scoop for you. Okay.
Oh dear. Okay, it's not really a scoop. It's a stupid fucking story, but all right.
The real deal is he could open it. He was improvising because he thought that was funny.
He does.
Yeah, so it was intentional. He improvised. He thought it was funny, so he just kept fucking doing it.
And actually, you know what? God bless Stephanie's heart when she said, "Hey, this isn't McMahon's Millions." That was pretty funny.
The thing just was, look, I like the concept of the lottery for the Rumble. I think they should have done that with a lot more people in the roster.
Yeah.
And I think Roman had to be number one in the context of the story, but the execution of the segment was just not good at all to me.
You're right. You're absolutely right. It was so stupid. And now knowing he was doing it on purpose and doing improv, he is just the worst. He's so bad. Oh dear. I was sitting there like, that must be like the world's strongest plastic ball. No, it was a miss for me. It was horrible. It was so bad. WWE teaming up R-Truth, Mark Henry, Titus O'Neil, and Neville. So if you didn't watch Raw, the way this segment panned out was it was Truth, Henry, Titus O'Neil, your Martin Luther King tag team. And Neville pops in out of nowhere, and then Truth saved the segment with like, oh, he's dreaming too. I'm like, so white guys can't dream. Thanks, R-Truth. I appreciate it. And they're in the match, and they have one of the worst botches that I've ever seen. It was really bad. Titus O'Neil went up for what would you call it? It was like a sideaway power slam, or
he was going for like almost like a fall away slam, and he just tossed him back. And it was.
He meant for Mark Henry to catch him. And probably
they just threw him so damn high and far, he just went right over his head.
And poor Tyler Breeze, son of a bitch. I felt bad for him. So you had that, and it was just like they was such a like. Why be racist? Okay, you have to.
We face the difficulties of today and tomorrow. I still have a dream.
I have a dream that one year Vince McMahon is not going to book all the black guys together on Martin Luther King Day. That's my dream. How ridiculous was this? I mean, seriously. It's like they have nothing in common other than they're all black. And we know that that's a very relevant thing to say. So, and they put Neville in there, like the little, white guy, and he comes in, he, it's like, oh, he's white, ha ha. the whole thing was just like offensive almost to me. It was just really stupid.
It was so offensive.
Yeah, I hated it.
That's a miss too.
That's a miss.
I think you're gonna actually give this one a hit, Brad. The funeral for Francesca, the trombone. I loved it because they didn't make him go out and talk about topical references. Give him the 20-minute promo segment. It was a 5-minute backstage segment, and it was funny. That's all that needed to be done.
Yeah, it was a hit for me. I think it got a little hinky towards the end there, but it was one of the best segments on the show, and especially in the beginning, it was really good. They're just those guys are good, and it's kind of a shame they're getting rid of the trombone. Actually,
I know, I completely agree. Now, what I heard this off of the What's Wrong with WWE podcast. What if they come out with like a tuba at the Royal Rumble? I think it'd be good.
Hey, that could work.
Well, I hope. All right, on to... Yeah, baby. Hold on. Let's get excited first. Let's get really excited. With a Chili's advertisement.
John is now at Chili's, folks.
That's where my parents met, actually, so you can thank Chili's for me.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
my dad was doing a bar crawl with his buddies, and my mom was a waitress.
Wow, that sounds really romantic.
And the rest is history. You're damn right.
Am I cooking, huh? Let me take a look at this, huh? Is this what's happening in professional wrestling, huh? Very cocky. A lot of charisma. The most well-known, the best-looking, the best-dressed, custom-made clothes, gold around my neck, Rolex watch around my wrist. My shoes cost more than your house. Drive a Lincoln Continental, a Mercedes, a Rolls, own a Corvette, live in the biggest house on the biggest side of town, shut airplanes, and I got a limousine sitting out there a mile long with 25 women just dying for me to go. Woo!
By the way, did you see the Stone Cold podcast with Ric Flair? Son of a bitch, was that really entertaining.
I did not see it.
You should. It was awesome. If you want to learn about the Ric Flair's past, about how...
Well, I know about that.
Yeah. Oh, it was awesome. It was so damn good. And Flair wasn't drunk. Positive. No. He wasn't. No, he was stone cold sober. No pun intended. He was. All right. So leading into this dandy. I played it in the beginning of the show.
Oh, God.
And I'm playing it again. Brad, shut up. By the way, okay, it's not even close, the best entrance theme in WWE history.
Oh my God, get the hell out of here.
No bias aside, I think it's an awesome song. So, yeah, I think it's an amazing song. Anyway, I need to look for Brad's tweet from Raw because this is going to put it all into perspective. So, but while I do that, Brad, talk about the segment, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Charlotte, Ric Flair, and what you thought of it. And don't lie to anybody.
I totally hated it.
Shut up! No, you did not.
No, it was a hit for me. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I thought Becky Lynch got a decent match out of Tamina.
Jesus, so bad.
Yeah, I didn't have any complaints there at all with that match. It was short. It was what it was. The finish at the end was really cool, and the right person won. So that was all good. And Ric Flair did add to the segment. I thought he did it. I thought he did a good job this time.
What did you just say?
Playing off of Becky, who gave a fantastic promo. I mean, that was I think that was probably the best female promo I've heard on Raw in a long time, excluding Stephanie.
Better than Paige's bombshell.
That was bad. I don't know. The bomb. I mean, the Paige bomb, whatever the hell you call it, was really weak anyway. But yeah, but it was impressive. The last couple of weeks, she's been really good. So yeah, I enjoyed the segment. It was actually one of the best couple of segments on the show for sure.
Absolutely agreed. Your tweet on Monday night was, and I quote, Becky Lynch is killing it right now, unquote. And like I've been saying for months, she's the best damn wrestler, aside from Sasha. I'll give her credit where it's obviously due. She's the best damn women's wrestler on that roster. And now, because of Sasha's injury, she's able to get a chance. And what do you do with chances when someone in front of you gets hurt? You fucking execute and you capitalize. And that's what Becky is doing right now. She really is. Yeah, she dressed up as a fucking totem pole, which I thought was a little bit eerie. And it was kind of odd, actually. She's doing so well. Now, here's the issue. Do you give her the belt on Sunday? Or do you let this feud carry out, get a triple threat match at Mania when Sasha gets healthy? Or even a fatal four-way with Bayley, and they fucking go to town. They get match of the night, and they steal the show. The women. Women's lives matter. That's a hashtag that'll never get started. So it was a hit for you, right?
Yep.
Okay. Women's lives matter. That's a long-ass hashtag. So let's, once again. Oh, god damn. Paul, we gotta get Big Show in there. Number 30.
Oh god. Yeah, we don't. You know. Oh, yes, it is.
What's the deal here? What's the deal with the Big Show? Really, what is the deal with the Big Show?
He's very large, and Vince likes to play up the biggest guy being the biggest threat every year in the Rumble, even though he never wins. And so that's the gimmick they do.
You listen to me right now. This is on a podcast recorded on the internet. It's never leaving, not by my choice. If Big Show and Kane are one of the last 3 participants in this Royal Rumble, I will never watch a Rumble match again until they are both retired. You heard me right now. I'm not going to sit there and say, I'll never watch it again. No, just like Triple H's promo. Me and my buddy Mark, we're going to stop watching. We're going to riot. We're going to go tweet about it. I'm not going to do that. I will not watch a Rumble until they're both retired. Period.
There is a grassroots movement going on right now of people who are rejecting Roman Reigns for the Rumble.
Oh dear Lord!
I don't know if you heard. I retweeted it, and there's someone on Twitter with the reject Roman Reigns Twitter handle, and he says they've got about 170 people so far organized that are attending the Rumble.
Reject Roman Reigns.
Yeah, check my timeline at the Brad Shepard, but yeah,
did you just you just read from your Twitter, didn't you? Because that was I'm reading it. That looked like the same exact thing. Holy shit, dude! That has 1,700 followers.
Yeah.
Now they have 1,722. Wow,
it's going to be very interesting.
And that Twitter picture's great. I mean, and that's all, folks. I don't like to hate Roman Reigns. I don't hate Roman Reigns. That's the truth. I don't. But it's the same ideology as fucking Batista 2 years ago. If you force someone down our throats, we're not going to like it. End of story. Sheamus. What happened? They forced him down our throat. What did we do? We hated it. And Roman Reigns' push was cool for 10 minutes when he won the strap and was a fucking badass. Then what happened? He smiled. That's what happened. He smiled and opened his fucking mouth.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels lost his smile, and apparently Roman Reigns found it many years later.
Yeah, okay. I don't know why we just came out to... Well, the Big Show thing was stupid. It was a miss. He's big. I get it. Don't let him in the fucking Rumble because he'll ruin it.
Or how about just don't let him squash a new faction or 4 fucking guys at once?
Yeah.
When it's completely meaningless and they're not going to capitalize on it because he's not going to win.
Yep.
And it's just stupid. It just kills 4 guys.
You're right. You're right. Oh, dear. The closing segment. I'll let you start on this one. What do you think of the closing segment?
Closing segment, the brawl between Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, the Wyatt family, and it just fell flat for me. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people didn't. For me, I just didn't understand. I mean, you had it wasn't that long ago that you had the entire Wyatt family running from Ryback, and now all of a sudden they're big and intimidating. And look, if you want to make the Wyatts a threat, Bray Wyatt in particular, you can do that, but it's going to fall flat when they've been jobbed out repeatedly in big situations, and then out of the blue they show up to be these badasses who are a big threat to win. They're never a big threat to win any big match, and now all of a sudden we're supposed to take that seriously. I can't, and so for me, that's why it fell flat. And I just thought, them all attacking Lesnar, it was really stupid. They needed to protect him a little better than that. And then having Roman Reigns just, annihilate him with 2 spears and just not the best booking to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of saw it as like step by step, all right? Step 1, and this is what transpired. And I talked about this in my column, my brand new column at SEScoops.com. You can see it there. Cheap plug. Step 1 was having Brock and Roman come face to face. Step 2 was Roman spearing him once. Kind of a no-sell by Lesnar there. Step 3 was having the League of Nations come in, try to do their thing. Step 4, Lesnar taking them all out. Step 5, Reigns spearing Lesnar again. Step 6, dip! Wyatt family comes in and kills everyone. Here's my issue with this, and I texted you this, and I had an argument with my friends about it, and I love them all, but they're naive. Here's what's going to happen. Wyatt did that on Monday. He might even do something cool on Thursday night, SmackDown, tonight. But he won't win the Rumble, so who gives a shit? Right? He just took out the champion and the number 1 contender, besides Triple H. What are they going to do anything about that? Or was it like a cool, let's get the fans talking? No, it's not, because it's going to lead to nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I figured it may lead to just them fighting in the Rumble. At the most, a match at Fastlane in February, but I just don't think there's much behind it at all.
And it's not, and I said this, and I got a lot of flack for it. I'm sorry, Bray Wyatt isn't believable yet, just because of the booking that was given to him.
Yeah, especially not on the Brock Lesnar level. I mean, this is a guy who lost to Cena repeatedly. He lost to The Undertaker. He, lost all these big matches, and now we're supposed to take him seriously against Brock Lesnar.
He beats the Dudleys. Big fucking deal. They haven't been relevant since October.
Who hasn't beat the Dudleys since they returned?
Yeah. So you're gonna tell me Wyatt can win the championship? Yet who has he beaten? I mean, seriously, it's not believable. So yeah, let's take a swerve. Have Wyatt win it. What's he gonna do to make us believe that he's gonna win it? At least with Bryan, he proved it. Punk. Hell, I'm trying to think of more. Oh fuck, even Sheamus. Seth Rollins. You gotta win to be on top. If you don't win, how are you on top? Right? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it too literally.
No, you've got a valid point. They, in my opinion, this was such a poor build for the Royal Rumble. It was just not good at all, especially the Royal Rumble match itself.
You're right.
I mean, they should have had multiple guys in matches winning, cutting promos, talking about they're going to win the Rumble. They should have had ongoing segments with guys drawing lottery numbers so they know their position in the Rumble and everyone. They could have done so much with this, and it was completely fucking lazy.
Why didn't they have matches to qualify for the Rumble? Where was that?
That's that's the pre-show.
Well, all right, let's get into it. I give Raw a C+ because Becky Lynch is the best thing on the planet. And she just, Sorry. I'm a Mark. Shut the fuck up. Do you want to give Raw a grade, Brad?
F for fucking sucked.
Oh, wow.
No, just kidding. But it was, I would say, realistically, probably C minus.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, well. All right, on to the Royal Rumble. And 1 year, I want them to just fuck it up and let, the WWE know, or the fans know of a secret that Benoit was in the Rumble, and he did win at number 1. Maybe they'll forget 1 year and actually tell everyone. Because, hell, in 10 years, no one will know who Benoit fucking is anymore. So
Benoit? Who's that?
It's some guy. I'll tell you something, me and I really wanted to say. When I called you earlier and you didn't answer, I had a really good line. I can't say it on the air. It's horrible. Predictions.
You can always tell me off the air. So
that's exactly what I'm going to do. I cannot say it on
these
air.
Marks.
I will get so much shit. I will never live it down. It's almost like pulling a Josh Brendel.
Oh, boy.
Royal Rumble predictions. I'll let you start with the kickoff match that I'm certainly not going to watch.
Off pre-show match is a fatal 4-way Royal Rumble qualifier in a tag team format. The winning duo each earn a spot in the Royal Rumble match. So you've got the Dudley Boys, who haven't beaten virtually anybody.
Yeah.
You've got the Ascension, who haven't beaten virtually anybody.
Poor guys.
Then you've got the team of Darren Young and Damian Sandow.
Why? It doesn't make any sense.
And Mark Henry and Jack Swagger.
Okay.
Yeah. Figure that one out.
I can't.
So the winning duo, the two of them are in the Rumble match. And, doesn't really... if you can't do a better job of promoting people getting into the match other than doing it on the pre-show of the actual fucking pay-per-view, I mean, come on.
They don't care.
They don't. It's so lazy.
Oh.
And it's like, who's going to watch that? Because none of those guys have a chance anyway.
It's just so bad. Makes me want to throw up. And I have an irrational fear of that. All right, the Dudleys are going to be in the Rumble. I don't know. Who gives a flying shit?
Who cares?
I'm not picking the pre-show out of spite. Moving on. So I'm not even counting that piece of garbage. That's 5 matches that we're going to preview here legitimately. You know what? Give me I think it's going to be Charlotte in the Divas Championship match, but I hope it's Becky to capitalize on her momentum, something that WWE doesn't do nearly enough.
Yeah, I think that Charlotte's going to win for sure, but I think that it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world right now to give Becky Lynch some momentum and change things up and see what she can do with the top babyface run in the Divas division. Let her prove herself and see what she can do. It may not be the worst thing in the world. But I don't think it's going to happen. My pick is Charlotte.
Mine too. And I really think, like I say, give them some time. They can prove a lot of doubters wrong. The U.S. Championship match, Alberto Del Rio versus Kalisto. And it shouldn't matter who's going to win because Kalisto should have never lost it in the first place. But since that abomination took place, I'd say Del Rio keeps it to keep the League of Nations relevant still. What else do you do?
I don't know. Are the League of Nations even a thing? I mean, they just returned out of the blue, and are they a thing again? Who knows? No, there's no explanation. We got no explanation whatsoever. Like, oh, they're back together again, and they're all on TV, and where have they been? And there's just no explanation. True.
Now, what's their obsession with them all of a sudden?
I have no idea. Maybe it's all for the Rumble and to add some spark, saying, "Oh, they all could work together." And I don't know. I don't see anything beyond that.
Just for the Big Show to eliminate.
Oh yeah, of course he's got to take out about 20 people. So, yeah, while Vince jacks it in the fucking gorilla position.
Okay, honest question time. No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay. I picked Del
Uh,
Rio.
Me too. The New Day versus the Usos tag team championship match. I'm picking the New Day as it should be the New Day. I swear, if the Usos win, I will be extremely mad. I really will. I'll be actually mad. Because there's no reason for those two schmucks to win the title.
Yeah, I'm torn on this one. Because my inclination was that the Usos could win, but I just don't know. The timing's right, especially you've got WrestleMania, but I figure what they'll probably do is just another. They'll be totally lazy and just do another one of those multi-tag team matches with no purpose. So, yeah, I'm going to say Usos. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I hope not.
Yeah, well, I mean, they retired the trombone. I mean, it was getting them over. Why would they retire that? Because they don't want them to get over because they're going to lose. I don't know.
Ooh, that's a good point. That's a good point. I don't want it to happen still. Fuck it. Fuck that shit. The possibly best match of the night, Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens. Last man standing. I'm super, super, uber duper, super excited for this match. I hope you are too.
I am, yeah, and actually, I'm not sure who's going to win because I think a lot of that I would typically lean towards Dean Ambrose, but also a lot of that depends on the WrestleMania direction. If they do go with the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens feud, I figure it may very well be for the Intercontinental Championship. So that would sway my mind if I knew that.
Yeah, exactly. But let's not forget about smart booking. Because I like the smart book. I do, because it's smart and it's logical. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do for everybody. I'm gonna make a guy the top star in the company while explaining it in 30 seconds. Kevin Owens wins back his title and has this incredible title match. I mean, they can barely stand. And later on in the night, in fact, it's the next match, you have the Royal Rumble. Well, let's just say Triple H comes out at number 29. Okay, interesting. Triple H gets taken out early. I mean, I'm talking immediately, right? Bam. So we still have number 30. Triple H runs into the back, grabs a mic, does something. He's like, no. You bring out who I want out. And then this man comes out. Dean Ambrose at number 30, under the Authority's reign. They throw out Reigns, and Ambrose is the new champion. Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns for the strap at WrestleMania 32.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. It's something I considered, but then I said, you know what? They just don't see Dean as that guy, so I don't think they'll do it. But, yeah, I think that would be a great idea. And plus, it would be something different. It would get over because Reigns does well. He doesn't win. Ambrose wins. I think it would go over great with the fans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him doing it. I do think Dean Ambrose, I'm going to lean towards him to beat Owens.
Me too.
Just because it's a last man standing match and faces usually don't lose that type of match. But, I think that would be a great swerve for the Rumble.
Dean Ambrose is a heel, baby. That'd be the shit. That would be the shit. And last but not least, Royal Rumble match. Who's your victor? And I've gotten shit for my response in the past few days. I told you about it. It's either, and I can't decide between Triple H or Roman, so I just won't. It will be one of those two guys. I literally can't pick because both options are bad. They're just bad.
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing. Okay, so I'm going to pick Roman Reigns.
I'll pick Triple H then, just to be at odds.
I think Triple H would be number 2. Brock Lesnar would be number 3.
I
I
agree.
think there's only a few, 3, 4, 5, whatever, at the most guys that could win it. And those top 3 I named are the most likely.
Yep. So you picked Reigns, I picked Triple H. Now, top 5 guys most likely to win. You can only name 3: Roman Reigns, Triple H, Brock Lesnar.
I mean, technically, if they went with like Bray Wyatt,
but it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't.
It doesn't make sense. But they tease that at the end, and if they're going to try something different, I mean, I'm just saying it's unlikely. Don't get me wrong; it's a very, very tiny chance. There's not a lot of guys that can win it. But on the other hand, to be honest, last year at the Rumble, nobody else thought there was any other one that was going to win but Roman. Everyone knew Roman was going to win. Last year, there was no maybe this guy or this guy. It was one guy. Everyone knew one guy was going to win. So, I don't know.
But I'm telling you, if Triple H and Roman Reigns are the final 2, I'm going to turn the fucking thing off.
I am too.
And I'm not trying to be a stupid mark and bitch about everything. That's not the kind of person or wrestling fan that I am. But as a consumer, I want to be entertained, right? I don't want to see Triple H or Roman win it, because what's the fucking point? Truly, what's the point? You give H the belt, fine, he'll lose it in 2 months. 3 months-ish. 3 months. He'll lose it then. So what's the point?
I would tend to agree. I mean, I would absolutely, I would absolutely hate the idea. I think I mentioned this before. Roman Reigns and Triple H as the title match and or main event at Mania, and I'm just not going to watch.
Me neither.
It's just that simple.
That doesn't sell. Well, I will watch. Hoping
I'll watch.
Swerve.
I won't watch the match. I watched the show up until that match.
Wow.
And I'll turn it off.
Really?
Yep. And it'll be the first time I've ever done that. But enough is enough. I'm just not. I have better things to do than watch that match. I hate it. I hate there's a guy in his mid-40s who's also an executive in the company and playing a bunch of different roles, face, heel. I hate the scenario altogether.
I can't really say it any other way than that. All right. A surprise entrant. At this point, AJ Styles is not a surprise anymore, so he's kind of off my list. Austin Aries.
Yeah, he could be one. I don't think a lot of people know who he is. Again,
I know. You damn WWE millennials. I'm just kidding. No, in all seriousness, it's not Austin Aries. It's too fast of a turnaround. Finn Balor.
Finn Balor would be a good one. I think. The only thing is, okay, so Rusev kind of flopped after he joined the Rumble. He didn't have a lot of momentum. Now, of course, they pushed him after he came back, and they pushed him, but they have to have a plan, I guess, is what I'm saying. If this guy's going to go into the Rumble, it can't just be in the Rumble. They've got to have a plan for him. He's going in the Rumble. He's going to do this. He's not winning. So he'll be eliminated, and it will lead to this. And then they, map out his future. Don't get lazy and just say, oh, it's a surprise factor. Let's get a cheap pop from the Smarks and throw him in there and whatever. That's not going to help anybody. So.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do real quick, and we're almost done here. But there's 30 entrants. All right, I'm gonna figure out right now on air how many surprise spots they actually have. So, Reigns, Lesnar, and these are people confirmed for the Rumble, by the way. Who else? Brad, that's 2 out of 30, Brad. You got to help me here. Who's in the Rumble? Ziggler, I'm sure. Kofi. Big E. Probably Xavier.
Yep.
Ascension. ×2. Who is in that 8-man tag last night? Neville. Titus, right? Titus? Yeah, Titus. Stardust. Who am I missing? I'm just gonna say the Dudleys. It's gonna be.
That's whatever.
It's gonna be one of those two. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 13. 13 already. I guarantee Triple H is going to be in there, so I'll put Triple H down. Oh, Wyatt. That's times 4. That's 13, 14. That's 18 guys already. And we've barely scratched the surface on who's going to be in it. Brad, do you have any other people?
It doesn't really matter. They're not winning. I mean, whatever.
Well, no. I'm sitting here to prove a point. Big Show. Kane. There's 20. The Miz. Probably Tyler Breeze. 22. Ambrose and Owens. I see. Since they're the match, we'll see. They might start the night with that.
They should put Baron Corbin in the Rumble.
That'd be awesome. Ambrose and Owens. All right, so this is like the 95% list of who's going to be in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 guys. That leaves 6 possible people. And, the social outcasts. That's 30. That's 30. Which I doubt they're all going to be in it, or Xavier might not be in it.
Some of those guys will be out, but they'll have a couple of surprises, I would expect. And
what, Vader? Big fucking deal.
Well, keep in mind, they're in Orlando. There's a lot of people in that area that are, veterans who are no longer in the company or who, are retired that could show up. It's a convenient location for them.
And I will end on a truly, truly horrible note. So before I end on that, you can follow Brad at the Brad Shepard on Twitter. You can follow me, John Fisher IQ, on Facebook or on Facebook, on Twitter. Fuck Facebook. For all your wrestling needs, we're here to help everybody. Brad, anything to say before I end on the worst note possible?
Daniel Bryan is not going to be in the Rumble. Cancel that idea.
Damn right. Because if that happens, kiss Roman Spotlight goodbye. That's the only reason. And you best damn believe that. No pun intended. I didn't even mean to do that.
You're going to be a great commentator.
Thank you. Let me end on a terrible note. How many people do you think Lesnar and Reigns will eliminate combined?
Combined, I would say in the 12, at least 12.
Oh, I say 17.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was close to that.
Isn't that scary?
It's stupid. Yeah.
All right, I can't end on a terrible note. Your dream Royal Rumble scenario, I already gave you mine with Ambrose. What would it be for you?
Yeah, I think that would be it. I don't really see, a better scenario at this point. And of course, I'm a Dean Ambrose mark. So
yeah,
for me, that would be the best scenario is Reigns and Ambrose for the title at WrestleMania.
Yeah, well,
I would love to see them. You know what? They're down to. It's the final 2 maybe, and they've got a situation where, Reigns is going to shake Ambrose's hand, and they're going to do the friendly thing, and he just kind of tosses him over. Ambrose tosses Reigns over, or it could be, there's the final 3, and Reigns thinks him and Ambrose are going to team up, and then all of a sudden Ambrose tosses him out. And Ambrose wins. So, but something like that, would be my ideal scenario.
Well, let's go out with some style. For everyone here at the Voices of the Voiceless podcast, we use 5.
Shoot me.
How about this?
Oh, that's much better.
Wait. I got it.
Nails on a chalkboard.
All right, everyone. We'll see you next week. Enjoy yourselves.
Good night.
Literally, take it easy.